Hello, hello, and welcome. Welcome to the grand finale of Climathon 2024, the 5th year of Climathon. It's been a crazy 48 hours, but the good news is the craziness is over. You can now relax. All the work has been done. There's nothing you can do right now. You can only sit down and relax and watch the final presentations, except maybe the 12 or the 10 teams that will be pitching on the stage in a few minutes. Those teams probably are not so relaxed because they need to give a 3-minute concise pitch so that the jury understands them. But the rest of you, please sit down, sit back, and enjoy. My name is Petr Kolesár. That's me. I'm a partner in Civita. Civita is an innovation advisory whose mission is to be the catalyst for the new economy. We help corporates, we help startups, we help public institutions and academic institutions to get ready for the future, get funding to get ready for the future. And hackathons are part of our mission, part of the activities that we do throughout the year, and Climathon is the biggest hackathon we do and the biggest hackathon on climate change there is in Slovakia. Before we start, we have a few numbers to share with you. Numbers about you, essentially, about the whole weekend. So I'll share the numbers right now. Those are the fun facts, and I will let you guess some of the numbers, if you can guess what the numbers mean. Not all of them, don't worry. But let's start with the first one, 500. Who can guess what the number 500 probably means? It says something about the participants. I didn't get that, but? Oh, Red Bulls. No, not quite, not quite. But it's the number of kilometers that the furthest away participant traveled. Okay, 500 kilometers. 150. I need to find it in my paper. That I don't have. Okay, that may be Red Bulls. Take a guess, yes. People here, yes, participants. This is it, 150 people. 39 mentors. Those mentors that you see in those beautiful yellow t-shirts, those are the mentors that were helping you the entire time. Thank you, mentors. Thank you for all your hard work. 37, okay, that's interesting. That's the age of the oldest participant. Probably not the mentor, but the actual hacker, okay? So 37. Yes, congratulations. 22 is, yes, that's the average age. So it means that we have a lot of young people in here. So 15, you would guess 15 is the age of the youngest participant. Exactly. Thank you for being here. We had several high school teams here, and you really, really deserve our appreciation for being here, but also having some amazing results. We'll see 2 of the high school teams pitching tonight on this stage. So thank you for being with us. So we have percentages here, 64, 63, and 36. 64% of people were drinking coffee this weekend. That's a surprisingly low number for me. But 36% of people drank Red Bulls. Who drank both coffee and Red Bull over the weekend? Okay. All right. I don't know, 10, 20, 20%. Also surprisingly low. 63%, okay, 63, yeah, I'll talk about that lamp soon. 63% of people are Windows users. So have Windows laptops, and 23% are iOS users, so used Macs to hack. And 11% are Linux users. Other operational system, 2%. 6 hours, 50 minutes. Average sleep, 6 hours, 50 minutes. That's insanely high. I'm shocked. 6 hours, I mean, guys, I don't get that over any week, any night. So that's, I'm impressed. The work-life balance was there even during this weekend. I'm impressed. Yes, yes. The lamp. As you can see, the lamp is in the middle of the stage, and this is a challenge or an ask to all the people pitching on this stage. Please pitch in this perimeter right here, so you don't, especially we have one tall guy somewhere, or a couple of tall guys that will be pitching. So please be careful. The cost of this lamp is probably the size of the whole award that you would receive if you win. But you can break it and not win, and that's a total loss of about 2,000 euros. So be careful, stand here. There's one person that I want to thank in particular. We'll have a big thank you before the award ceremony, where we want to really thank everybody that contributed to make Climathon happen, because there are a lot of people that work extremely hard, a lot of people that contributed their expertise, money, and time for Climathon to happen. But I would like to ask our dear colleague Anna, that goes by Anička, to raise your hand wherever you are. See, she's working somewhere else. Anička is not here. Anyway, so yes, please give her a big round of applause. Anička has a 1-year-old baby, and her baby Johannes was born almost on the day of the last year's hackathon. If he was born 1 week or one week earlier or 1 week later, she would have been here with the baby, okay? So it just happened that he was born right on the hackathon weekend, but she's here with us. She's the heart and soul of Climathon and was leading the entire team. Anička, thank you very much. You can then watch it on the stream that we really, really appreciate you and all the hard work that you put into it. All right. And now, I would like to welcome our esteemed jury that will be deciding the fate of all the 10 teams pitching. The first one on the right is Martin Vavrek from the city of Bratislava. Martin, please stand up so that everybody can see you. Uwe Nagel from Swiss.RE. Uwe, welcome. Michal Laco from Civita. And Michal Weiss from IBL. Great to have you, and good luck with asking questions, and of course, making the right decision at the very end of the hackathon. All right, and right now, it's time for pitching. It's the most exciting part of the entire weekend. As you know, there were 24 teams that were working on their solutions, and only 10 could make it to the very final pitching. And I'm so very happy that the rest of the teams are also here, and are also excited to watch the 10 teams pitching. The first team on the stage that will use their 3-minute to pitch and 3-minute to answer the questions from the jury is BizBrains, a channel that brings climate information to people who would otherwise miss it. Welcome.
Love it. Dear jury, fellow citizens, I don't have a clicker.
Because I have the...
That was a small problem, but we have a bigger problem. MIB has the data, and nobody is looking at them. Nobody is aware of them. But even the worst thing is that based on the MIB data, Bratislava is literally on fire. And it could be even worse, because the data is showing us that in upcoming years, the daily temperature could increase from 2 to 4 degrees Celsius. And the worst part is people are not aware of it and they completely ignore it. But don't worry, my fellow friends. We have a solution. It's an interactive map, which interactive map, I mean, nobody needs another interactive map, right? Our solution is your live decision-making partner. My friends, we look at the great data of MIB, but in a different way, to help you to make your own decisions and solve your own problems. Imagine that you would like to find a better accommodation in Bratislava. You would like to find the greener kindergarten and the better parks for your kids. Or you would like to move maybe to a safer neighborhood. You need to check the MIB data with our planner who can help you navigate you which locations are great and greater and greener and bring awareness to you and to your citizens and fellow partners. And this data might help you to better understand the climate change we are facing right now. How we can distribute this data to uninformed citizens and to you guys. We have the local superstars, local influencers who might work with this MIB data, with the planner, with the tool, and they can bring the marketing campaigns and the case studies directly to small local communities. The even better part is that those guys can be advocates and influencers and to push even the business owners and local mayors to bring the awareness about the climate change we are facing and to actually change something. And friends, based on data worldwide, we saw such campaigns really help Copenhagen, Singapore, Berlin, just to bring the awareness to people's head. They actually changed their behavior. And we can do it in Bratislava as well. If we attract 15,000 people, Bratislava can save 3.5 million euros on the global climate change cost. And the great part is that we have a prototype.
Thank you, Victor. Thank you very much for your pitch. The time is up. And now questions for the jury.
So tell us what you have done, so what's the prototype, and what needs to happen for this to work?
Hello everybody. So our prototype change the U problem that MIB data is solving, and it transfers it to me problem. So we are now changing the way how the data is presented. It is presented in a way in the groups as in the topics as police and the situation, but people have their living situation problems.
I think we understand this, but what are the next steps for the implementation for this to actually work and be implemented?
Perfect. First, we would take one living situation, and then we would continue and iterate it. We would prefer the one that is mostly self-sufficient for us, so that we can develop with lower finance.
What kind of parameters do you collect, and how do you envision scalability of this platform?
Like we were using the MIB data, and we had to transfer them so they are aligned with what we need. So we take different data from different topics, and then we created maps that are customized for the profile. We also have different profiles, and the data is optimized for them. That means that we don't want to drown people in the data, so we take only the data that is needed or that is like most preferred for each profile group.
How many data layers do you have in there?
I'm sorry?
How many data layers do you have in there?
Do you understand?
How many data?
Layers.
Yeah, there are 4 layers currently. We are using like the risk data from heat and from water risk, not directly from MIB. Yeah, and then we add like for the living conditions, the crime. So we call it the crimes and rank the locations based on these 3 data. This is currently only 1 situations, but we can of course add another based on situations.
And how do I get from the data to the actual ranking? Or how do you get?
Like how they are computed, or what do you mean? Yeah. So there's like a risk factor directly from MIB, which is like 1 to 0 rating, and then we add it scaled by the security factor. So the higher the risk, the lower the score that you get, basically.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Victor, and the team from BizBrains. This was a solution for challenge number 1, and also solving the challenge number 1 is a Climatech solution for finding donation containers for clothing and shoes.
Hello everyone. Today I'd like to show you our new solution for growing problem in Bratislava. It's finding donation containers for clothes and shoes. It's very simple yet widespread problem. The people of Bratislava are already motivated to donate clothing, but the lack of clear and accessible information means that many of these donations will just end up beside dumpsters or inside regular waste bins, which in my opinion is wasted opportunity for reuse of valuable resources, especially for people who would really appreciate this cheap and free clothing, so people in need. Maybe you already told yourself, like, isn't Google Maps the obvious solution? Unfortunately, Google Maps does not contain the complete data set for this kind of problem. And other resources like sporadic Facebook posts or Word documents from Bratislava are not easily accessible and sometimes even invalid. That's why we basically created our own web-based map, which shows you the nearest container to your location from much larger data set. The big pro of this implementation is it's community-based data, which means a regular citizen can add or even report invalid locations and send it to open source maps from where we take the data. So this map will be much more up to date than a regular Google Map solution. Also, it's very easy to add a point. You can literally just drop a point on the map and just send a request through our interface to the administrators of open source map platform, which is run by a community of volunteers. This would basically help regular citizens to, it will help them make the donation of clothes much simpler, and it will help make Bratislava much more sustainable and caring and greener. And that's it. Thank you for your attention.
How this would differ from KML shown in Google Maps, because that, from my perspective, except editing, would do the same job. Why this would be better?
KML?
Yeah. K-hole markup language, that's like, you can add own geo layers on top of Google Maps just by click. Why this is better for the users, not for those who are adding, but for the daily users?
Because they do not have to know anything. They can just open this map. It will show them the nearest container. That's it. And they can just, it will redirect them to Google Maps. It will show the path. And yeah, and we have much more data than Google Maps also. Maybe it was shown on one of those slides, but yeah.
No need,
okay,
no
that's
need.
it. Yeah. Okay.
What's the role of Bratislava, the city, in this solution?
Bratislava could help sustain or validate the points, and also regular citizens can also help keep this map correct. So all the locations are correct. Yeah.
So verification of the
verification of the data, and also this solution is scalable to any other problems like public toilets or public faucets for drinking water, and we can just add those like filters there. Yeah.
So where did you get the data from?
Open source maps. It's an open source free platform that's run by volunteers.
So there's no initial data on where containers are already?
Sorry?
So initially this map is completely empty and there are no containers in there?
No.
So there are, okay. And how do I imagine that? I just...
that's what we do.
Wait for the question. I just go to a website without doing anything, no login whatsoever. I just put a container there. I'm not a bad person, I wouldn't do that. But what if I put the container in the wrong place?
That's a very valid question. That's why we would send these even malicious requests to the open source map volunteers who would validate these requests, basically.
I would still expect city to somehow participate in this process, right?
Yes, that can be the next step. But right now, it's just validated from their side. Yeah.
So once again, who is the target audience of this, and how will they learn about it? So this is for everyday users, right?
Yes.
And how will they learn about it?
They will learn about it firstly through search engine optimization. We will translate this also to Slovak.
Thank you, Matúš.
Yeah,
this was Matúš and Climatech. And next on stage is Robo, representing the team under the name of Fantastic Four. Build trust by aligning expectations to prevent disappointments. Robo, prevent the disappointment. Go ahead.
So let me start with this data. According to the latest data, the poverty in our country is even more bigger problem. And according to that, the NGOs in these regions of Middle and East Slovakia have major interest in acquiring the items, so-called treasures for them, from KOLO. But, because of the tight budgets, they have to really carefully consider the way to the Bratislava, because it costs them around like 200 euros. So we want to hinder the scenario. They go there and they get nothing what suits their needs. So they are getting the cat in the sack. And the current workaround is pretty ineffective. It looks like that. Hello, have you this what we need? It's like shooting into the darkness. So it's not targeted. So imagine the world, where this organization know what they get, so they can justify the costs. And here is a real scenario. So for example, in this region of Rimavská Sobota, there is a need for supply for the kids. And in Bratislava, there is a bunch of, children strollers and children literature. So how do they know this information? So that's thanks to our solution, so web-based solution, where the NGOs can browse the resources what the KOLO has, and they can book them. They can then select the date when they are ready to pick it up, and they can verify themselves as NGOs. The next step is then the KOLO has to confirm this order, because the numbers on this page are approximate, so they can make the adjustment. So in the end, they confirm it with the adjustments, And in the end, the NGO from the region can either go for the items, or the adjustments were too big, so they withdraw from this order. So in the end, they are profitable both ways. Our implementation during these last days, on top of this idea, is backend API, front-end design, which are handover ready. And in the near future, there is need for integration with warehouse system and working front-end. Our conservative estimate for that is 50 to 60 man days for the final launch. And to sum it up, with this solution, we wanted to save the communication and the costs on both sides and make this whole transaction process more effective. So, thanks.
Okay. Have you validated this with some NGOs, whether they are really interested?
Yes,
how often they visit Bratislava for that?
Sorry?
How often they, for example, visit Bratislava?
So as you know, Bratislava is capital city, so they have to deal with stuff here. So it's pretty common for them to go there. So we validated it, we called with 10 NGOs on the day before, on Saturday, and that was the answer. Am I correct?
Yeah, you are correct. They can make a time and they can make the money to travel there if there is items to pick up. So either once a month, once a week, it depends from NGO to NGO.
One of the points you have still open is integration with the warehouse. What does that mean?
We prepared a backend, an API that contains the core functionality for the management of the orders or wishes, how we called it. The integration means to connect this backend, this API, to the existing system that KOLO has in their warehouse. We spoke with people from KOLO, and it should be possible as it's a solution that was tailored for them. And it should be possible to connect these two systems. So people will see the live data on the website when, for example, at KOLO's physical shop, someone buys a stroller, etc., etc.
Yeah, you also mentioned that KOLO doesn't have resources to do all this job. How would your solution help them? Because to create catalog more precise, so they could actually know if we would see what is there. You had some sentence over there. We would come. How this is addressed if they don't have the resources today?
I would say that one of the problems is that some items are stacking in KOLO and some are moving fastly. So we think that this could help, that the NGOs will have more information, so there will be faster circulation.
And for the KOLO, how KOLO would find extra resources to help to run this?
Yeah, we would cut the communication points. So, for example, from 3 to 4 emails or telephone calls, they would go for the 0. And after confirmation, it would be just one check in the warehouse if we have that or we do not have that. The preparation time is still the same. If somebody is coming there, they need to prepare those stocks.
In comparison what they have now, it's more streamlined. We know it's not perfect, but it's step further.
What are the top 2 things people would like to get, the NGOs would like to get from Bratislava?
It really depends on the NGO.
I know it depends, but what are the top 2 according to your research?
So,
especially items for kids, and particular, for example, for Teach for Slovakia, is specific types of books, genres.
Thank you, Fantastic Four. Thank you. I saw Robo doing squats before his pitch. Did it help?
I hope so.
You will see. Okay, so there is a squat area over there. If somebody wants to do push-ups or squats before the pitch, feel free. Next in line is Victor representing FIIT.RE, BratisBot, a chatbot for the people of Bratislava.
Hello. Right. So we are tackling challenge number 1 today with our solution BratisBot. So what's the problem? Why do we need this? This is what I look like when I try to look up information on the almost 6,000 pages on the Bratislava website. So the website is huge. There's a lot of submenus, pages, and other domains the city has that are not directly accessible from this. There's a search bar, but it doesn't help much because, again, there are different domains it doesn't have reach to. This is validated by information from mentors. They got the information that the help desk of the city gets about 900 emails per month, and the median reaction time to a question is about 22 hours. Similarly, they get about 700 calls per month, and each user has to wait for 3 minutes in the queue, which is quite frustrating. The nail in the coffin is the fact that 80% of user questions are asking for information that is somewhere on the website, and the users simply not find it. How do we solve this? We want to use a chatbot that is backed by GenAI, more specifically Llama 3.1, and it indexes city websites, databases, and documents all across the domains the city has, so like data.bratislava.sk, bratislava.sk, MIB, and some other platforms they have. Because of this, it allows us to look up all the information we need. You may ask, what is the danger with GenAI? Like, can it have hallucinations, do stuff like this? Well, our answer is that in this case, it doesn't, because it's not trained on the data, it doesn't generate new information. It only indexes and looks up information that is already on the site. So it can't give you anything new that is not already there. In this showing here, we are asking the question how many trees were planted since 2019 in 2 different ways. It gives the same information for both questions. What's the potential impact? It's tough to estimate for our city specifically, so we look to other places in the world. Many countries and cities are using this already. The best ones are New York City, Buenos Aires, Kawasaki in Japan, and such. And we are hoping that Bratislava can be at this level very soon. In numbers, we have information from Williamsburg, from Virginia. They found that 79% of user questions were answered by AI correctly without any human input. And Los Angeles found out that after introducing their AI, they had a 50% reduction in help desk requests. So it really works. And here we have another example asking who the current mayor is in multiple ways, and we get the correct results every time. So the roadmap, what we've done, we have integrated our component with the AI into the Bratislava homepage. We have an API endpoint that contains the AI, and we can talk to it. And yeah, we have indexed most public pages and databases. Next steps would be indexing documents such as .pdf files and such, doing some fine-tuning to get better results from the model, and helping with hosting the website on city servers. Yep.
So I was actually asking whether it speaks English, but in your demo, it showed an English question. But I think many inhabitants of the city are not so good in English. So does it speak Slovak?
It does. It still has a little issues with correct grammar, but we can solve this very quickly.
Yeah, it can solve it. Most of today's LLMs can speak any other languages. We just, in the constraints of time, we just focused on one that is simplest to use.
So what's the innovation factor here? What's unique about this solution?
Well, we don't have this yet. It's very up to date. Many cities are currently trying to implement it. Very few have it on a very high level. So it's very state-of-the-art solution for city management and like communication with users.
The innovation comes from the part that we would collect all the data from all the domains that Bratislava has, because there is a lot of them, and people can use the chatbot to find any information that is related, and it's findable there. So they don't have to know that we have to find emission data on data.bratislava.sk. They can just ask the chatbot, and the chatbot would redirect it and look up the data. We even had one solution where it actually showed where in the city, based on the emissions, you should live, and it found the correct answer in the tables.
Yep. I guess now all the major websites are going to use like some sort of chatbots that are using AI. So cannot you just buy off-the-shelf solution? Is it not cheaper than doing this, or what's the advantage?
This is open source, so it has pretty much no cost. It's just based on the developers you have. This is mostly ready-made. You just have to maintain it for a bit. In terms of maintenance, you'd have to index the data periodically if you have like new web pages, new databases, and such. And that's very fast. You can do it in a couple of hours, once per week, for example, and it's going to work.
I will extend that question to do some feasibility study, like cost of maintaining, cost of people is the biggest cost which we have. So comparing to API calls to ChatGPT, Is there some, do you know about some return on investment or something?
We don't know.
Because free software or open software is not for free at the end of the day.
We know. This solution is cheap in a way that most of the costs only come from the first development. You have to somehow integrate it into the domains and set up once a pipeline that will go through all the website and the domains that you have and index it. And basically the compute is very minimal. We indexed 6,000 pages in 5 minutes. You can use very little hardware for this. When we collected the statistics of the usage of the Bratislava websites, and for this you don't need many concurrent, this is like the highest number of concurrent users on the Bratislava websites, and for this you need like mid-range PC to handle all the requests for the chatbot. So in the maintainability it's very little to do.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This was FIIT.RE and their BratisBot. FIIT.RE, Swiss.RE, smart. All right, the first team pitching for the challenge number 3, city services, is Jakub and Future Roots, finding areas for planting trees to make Bratislava more resilient. Jakub.
Planting trees is one of the best ways how to combat climate change in cities. And Bratislava is doing a great job already. They planted already over 4,000 trees, but there is still a long way to go to reach a target of 10,000. And one of the reasons why we are lagging is that it's difficult to identify areas where you can plant the trees. We aim to help with this process because it can actually take up to 5 hours to find a place where we can plant trees. How do we actually want to find or help in this process? Well, high level, we created a map that shows all areas where you can plant trees in Bratislava. Now, it should be quite simple, right? You find the green areas based on some map, and that's where you can plant trees. Well, it's not that simple because there is many restrictions. The first one being you can only plant on city property. And there is many, many more. For example, you have to take into account stuff like houses, utility networks, roads, and already existing greenery. So that means you cannot plant tree next to a house, next to a road, over a pipeline. We integrated all of this information together into our tool, into our map, so that now you don't see just green areas like before, but now you see actually the very dark green areas, which tell you where you can actually plant a tree. And as you can see, what seemed as a great place is not so much anymore. So this will save a lot of time for the person in the city who's looking for the actual place where they can plant the tree. So now that we created all the polygons or areas where you can plant trees, you can plant that into software, like for example, a person in a city would, and look at some characteristics and look over all the possible areas. 2 cool features. One, you can actually list all the areas and sort them by size. So you can prioritize the largest potential areas first, the ones you need to focus on, really accelerating the planting of trees. And second, after consultation with the city, something that they really wanted, we also showed trees that are already growing on existing utility networks, because due to maintenance, this will be likely replaced in the future. It's not just a static map, it can be recalculated. All the parameters, all the restrictions, you can add new restrictions, you can modify them, and that is fed up into an engine together with the data. We can add more data, we can modify it. It's a backend that can be deployed anywhere, and it produces a geodata, different types of geodata, so that it can be used, for example, in ArcGIS, something the city already uses to analyze this, so it's very much fit to the user. And also you can use this in a custom web app like we built to visualize. Yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you so much.
So this one is a bit abstract. Can you explain again, what is the current process and how do you help to make that more efficient to...
Right, so currently the user has to go into, all the layers are separated, so they have to look at 12 different maps. There is a green area, then you have to switch to another map if there is no utility there. Another map if there is no house there, or next to a house there, if there is no existing tree. This one combines the 12 different layers for now into one single map. So you can see, if I go back one slide, so you can see that really it creates boundaries around all these restrictions, and you can only use the dark green areas. So here, very little space to actually plant trees. So you save time by not going through 12 places, but sticking to one.
Also, as you can see, there are circles around the red dots. The dots are the trees, and the circle is the buffer that we're calculating so that we know that the actual green area is safe. It's not too close to anything. And there are different parameters for each buffer.
So you've merged multiple S3 layers or GIS layers and combined it into one application, or what is it?
Yes. We combine multiple layers. We calculate the buffers, the safe buffers, and then show it to the users.
Maybe a comment, it can be recalculated by request of the user. So he can change the parameters. So that's quite interactive in that sense.
Okay. How your solution would differ, because similar things you could do in S3, combine the layers and do the geometrical processes on top of it. How does this differ or better?
I guess it would take some time to actually upload all these layers to S3. Sorry?
They're already there.
Actually, not all of them. I'm not sure, because for the buildings we didn't find anything, for example.
Yeah, the city, I mean, we talk to the people from the city who go through this process every day, and they say it's really manual, time-consuming thing. Yeah.
So can the city use it tomorrow, or something has to happen?
So we have a working prototype, so I can, right after the presentation, sit down with a member of city staff, set it up on their computer, and they can use it right now to get the layers they can import into the tool they already use.
Okay, last question maybe. You have Lanova there, that's in Ružino, and you say the city wants to plant 10,000 trees. 4 of them are already planted. So did you find in Ružino place for 6,000 trees? Is it there?
So it's the whole city, not just Ružino, if I go back.
If you look somewhere, how many trees would you put there?
Right, we didn't do this. This is left still to the city. We try to identify areas. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. This was Future Roots, and next in line, and also solving challenge number 3, is Green Weather, tool for automatic pre-selection and visualization of areas suitable for planting trees. Matej, the floor is yours.
Okay. Hello, Sharks. So let me introduce myself. I'm Matej. We are Green Weather, and me personally, I live in Petržalka. And I really do enjoy my Sunday strolls through the Savianka Krala, especially with my girlfriend. That was painful last month during the floods, and yeah, it was kind of bad seeing the trees falling out and everything like that. That's why the city currently has a goal to plant 25,000 trees by the year 2030. So yeah, climate change is real, guys. And 25,000 trees, that's a lot. That's a lot of trees to plant, and there's some problems coming with it, like my colleague here before mentioned. So finding the right parcel for the planting. Current process, there's not much automation, there's lots of manual labor required, all the data is scattered. One guy's got some shape files on his USB stick, another guy's got some data in his hard drive. It's honestly a bit wasteful of time, and it takes a lot to get it together. So our solution is to aggregate the data sets into one place, into one model, just like the guys before us, and yeah, consider all the conditions there. So the utility networks, water pipes, everything. Visualize it in one place and show it to the user, the referent who is tasked by planting, for example, 10 trees, and reduce the time in there. So what we delivered? So we built a full booking prototype, front-end, back-end script, which calculates and churns all of the data. So let's say you want to plant 10 trees here in Dubravka on Srivianka Alexiho. You specify some parameters, tree type. You specify how many trees you want to plant, and we actually did the calculations for how much trees will fit in that particular spot. And then you can choose and pick the spot. Yeah, and then user can pick and interact with the map, choose the feature, read some metadata on it, and if it's feature of interest, you can add it to the to his report for the layers to use. Yeah, we overlaid it with the data for the risk of heat for citizens and rain damage to buildings. So each tree which will be planted, which will be estimated in there and shown in next slide, has a color-coded. So it's the red, the trees, these are already small. These are bushes. We have 3 types, bushes, small, and large. So you can actually add some added value of where you want to plant. This is going to affect existing risks in the city. This is the report view, which you can get into in the application to check the areas of interest, print it out as a PDF, and then send it out for the teams in the field. So the benefits are algorithm can be used, abused, additional information which provides to help with the decision making. So not just the data itself, but also whether data risks and more or less can be put on that. This saves time and money, and yeah, we want to place those trees. So it's easy to expand. The trees is just one thing. We can do this to place the container stands. We can do this to calculate the areas for the water to drainage. It's Python script. As you can see, few parameters will be tweaked, and we can go and plug in anything. Solving the place, you need some rules, some limitations, and some requirements you want to get out of it. It's open source, so there's literally just no expenses for it. It's a Python, it's outputting in GeoJSON, so you can put in an ArcJSON in the existing stuff that the guys use already. And we got time. Thank you.
So I will ask the question everyone has in their mind.
Yeah.
How is it better than the previous solution? And second, since I am from Dubravka, how many trees can you plant in Dubravka?
Yeah, so I don't know, I don't see the guy's prototype. I only saw the presentation in here, but I like their solution. I like the visualizations. For us was the main part, the algorithm which we can feed in there. And also, in the front-end part, we've added some creature comfort, some features like the interactivity with map, able to gather the areas of interest, put them in the report, print it in a PDF, and put it to the guy who can go into the field and check it out himself. This usually takes about 6 hours, what we found out from the reference. And yeah, it's a laborious process. This can maybe put it down to half an hour, maybe, I don't know. It's really, really saving a lot of time.
So first of all, it will exclude all the areas too small to plant a tree, so you don't need to bother with them. Also, it will estimate the amount. I don't know the number on top of my head, but if you open the app, yeah, you can open the app. Look.
Number of trees in Dubravka, just tell me the number.
I don't know the number, but it's in the tool. We have a table here. A lot.
So was the solution verified by somebody from
Yes, and a colleague from the municipality came to us today, and he had his own map that he drawn and laboriously they created all of the stuff, put the utility lines and excluded them, and compared it to ours, it was very similar. There was one line missing because it wasn't in the data we used, so that's why we didn't subtract it from it. So yeah, he said that it was really good, and he actually said that he would like to use it. So
I'll ask the same question. Why this is better than combining it in S3 ArcGIS?
So you get the number of trees for an area for a specific size. Also, you can add more parameters. For example, if you know exact diameter of a tree, you can put it there. It will put the buffer. It's dynamic, it's configurable, it's extendable to other problems, basically that.
And it's open source, it's Python script, you can run it on any machine, anywhere. You can have a job which runs half each day, and that's done.
You say it's open source and so on. What would I need to do to make this run on my own computer?
Yeah.
Well, it uses Python with basic packages, no issues with versioning. So you just plug in the GeoJSON files, you run the script with the files and the buffer sizes, it outputs a GeoJSON, you plot it.
And I'm using a configuration file to configure?
Yeah, you can specify the parameters. For example, a tree size. We used 3 tree sizes in our demo. There was a bush, small and large. It was, I think, 2.5 meters, 5 and 8 meters. You can specify the distance between pipeline, electricity lines, and stuff like that. And yeah, a number of trees, and it'll show you actually areas which suit the number of trees with that size.
No, you're diving into algorithms. So I give you 3 tree types, and you optimize how to place them so that you can place as much as possible?
Yeah, you also put in a number. If you want to put in 10 trees, there was 10 trees which you have to replace somewhere else. You can specify the parameters, and it'll show you areas with this specification where you can plant 10 trees.
Thank you very much. Thank you. This was Green Weather. Maciej, you have a gift of talking really, really fast. I thought somebody played 2.5, the playback speed. So thank you very much. Next in line is our Yeah, it's kind of cheating because you could actually say twice as much as the rest of the teams. No, impressive. Next in line is the first high school team. As I said at the beginning, we had 4 high school teams competing in Climathon this year. We have 2 high school teams in the final, and the jury has decided to make a special award for high school teams this year. And first in line to compete for the high school award is InoCrew for challenge number 1. This is InoCrew, a group of students that are transforming complex climate data from Bratislava into accessible insights for the city's next generation.
90% of students care about the climate change. So why aren't they actually driving real change? Hi, my name is Leo, and I forgot the clicker. So my name is Leo, and I'm from InoCrew, and our mission is to help students to be more engaged in climate change. This is how currently Bratislava City displays their data. Now, imagine average high school student with short attention span reading this. That doesn't work. But we actually tried to analyze this for 2 hours, and we came out with that if Bratislava City switched to energy-saving LED lights, they could save 5,000 euros a night. In electricity, it's 39,000 charged electric scooters. And this is how simply we could communicate the data to students. We believe that students can make a real impact, and that they deserve the data to be presented to them in an attractive form for them. And that's why we created a solution combining a competition, like in the primary school, collecting paper, which we already know that schools and students like, and with our web application like Duolingo for climate change. We created a landing page through which schools can sign up, and at the start, we remind them why it's important, and it's to make Bratislava cleaner, greener, and more resilient for all of us. Every day, we teach them something new with the data visualized really simply for them. And afterwards, we give them specific tips on the main topic. And now, here comes the gamification part. We can actually try it right now. So, what do you think? How much CO2 emissions would you save if you go to your work by bicycle instead of a car in 4 years? 1, 2, 3, and it's actually 1640. Another feature we have is a daily challenge, which after completing, students earn points. Students earn points for themselves and also for their school. From the interview with primary of Lyceum, we found out that schools would really appreciate some reward system. And for Bratislava City, these rewards could give sponsors with the same values. Currently, we have in Bratislava 114 high schools with almost 35,000 students, which we could help to raise awareness about climate change. Right now, we have 2 schools interested in joining our competition, and we are actively communicating with DOFE about potential collaboration. We have working prototype, MVP, and landing page, and if you want to find out more, scan our QR code. Thank you. QR code.
Guys, you started with the information about the scooters, which was, I believe, understandable for everyone in the room. And then you said, and you will teach the people daily, and you started with boring graphs. Why is such difference, such contrast? Where are these interesting facts while you are showing these bar graphs, which nobody reads? How would you deliver information this way?
Yeah, I understand. So the graphs are there just for the information, but we are doing the extra points. So we create and we show the students the extra value, and we explain the data and show them, for example, for example, the scooters. So they see the higher value, and we explain it to them, for example, through the graphs.
Such solution would require some kind of administration and management of the content. So how do you see that, let's say, the requirement, potential requirement for the city to support something like this?
For the city.
The capacity, or who's gonna manage the content and create new content and create new gamification items?
Okay, so we have an open discussion with DOFE about how the students who are interested in the program DOFE could help building the content for this challenge. But what we basically want from Bratislava is to give some rewards to schools. So you know, every teachers know before the holidays they don't have a program for the students. So for example, City of Bratislava could give the ticket so the students and the schools could go to, I don't know, the theaters or any other public program that Bratislava could provide.
You have this gamification aspect, and I really love that. But where does the content for that come from going forward? You created some elements, some games, questions, and so on, but going forward, who does that?
Yeah, so it could create the students in the DOFE. They could contribute to it, and the data are from Bratislava.
Or any other student who is interested in climate change. So it won't be just educating us this, but also to encourage the students to actually create the content for other students, because we believe that that's our advantage, like to create students for students, you know.
Okay, you said somewhere there that companies could do some prices or something like that. How they fit into the ecosystem? That's something I don't see. How would you motivate them, especially in the long term, to support it? Because in order for a solution to survive, it cannot be just for a few months.
So they will basically like get a PR or from that.
We want to, you know, raise the awareness of the climate change, so the public or the companies who have the same view of the climate change can support challenges like this by the PR.
This was InoCrew, well done. Thank you very much. And next in line, and solving challenge number 2 is David from Not a Candy Shop, app which evaluates books if they are keepers or not. David, the floor is yours.
Check, check. Okay. They say cats have 7 lives, and we say books can too. KOLO has 30,000 books currently sitting at their facilities, unsorted, unloved. This problem occurs because there isn't yet any solution which would sort these books. They don't know if the books are wanted by people, and which are wanted by people and which not. And what's even worse, each month there are coming 3,000 more books. And they could be even more if KOLO didn't have to turn away partner organizations. As you can see on the graph, there is higher supply than on demand. So we wondered, how can we sort books, and how can we give a new chapter for those unwanted? So we came up with a solution consisting out of 2 steps. In the first step, we have developed an app for KOLO employees, which works like this. Simply, by scanning the book, app evaluates and categorizes books in one of two categories: keepers and second chapter seekers. Decision if the book is keeper or not is based on scanning ISBN code or front page. Afterwards, app evaluates book based on criteria like author popularity, book reviews, and many others. If decision is positive, KOLO provides these books as usual, sell them to the people. Step number 2, if the decision is negative, new chapter is awaiting for these books. Books negatively selected will be sold to companies seeking cellulose for creating asphalt additive, blowing insulation, etc. By this material valorization, these books will create new value to this world. By this solution, this solution solves both sorting and second purpose problem, confirmed also by our mentors. By this solution, will 53% of books gain new value, we will increase sorting efficiency by 87%, and reduce CO2 footprint by 37 tons. So Martin Vesely challenged us on Friday night to come up with a solution that will be ready by Monday, and so we did. So KOLO, are you ready to use our app on Monday? Thank you.
So I have a lot of books from my grandma that she was offering me because she doesn't read anymore, and I also don't want to go through them, and I would like to see which one make the cut and which one not. So how do you actually decide? Is it just on the review, or you look for on the Goodreads whatever has 4 more stars, or how do you do it?
Yeah, for now we implement a few criteria like book rating and age of the book and the interesting of the author and prefer language and something like a category of the book. And in future we can add another like limited editions, price, popularity of current trends, and this. So there is a few things what can be added. And right now it's in a more simple way.
Maybe what's good to say, when we were talking to KOLO, they said that there are too many books and they don't know what to do with them. So here, this solution isn't like 100% proof, it is not 100% solution that will be on 100% right, but it is like solving the problem enough for now. And the solution, the criteria on sorting can be always updated.
You challenged whether they would start using it tomorrow. You challenged whether they would start using it tomorrow. What would they need to do to start using it?
No, the previous one. Oh, this code.
So I don't have my phone right now, but
okay.
That means I'm getting in the App Store and I can install your app.
No, it's a PVA app. It's a web app, so you can use it from the web. And employees in KOLO tomorrow can start scan the books, sort them. Who has the book? And tomorrow they can start sorting, and the valuable can stay in the KOLO for another people, and unwanted or unvalued can be reused to the asphalt and other things.
Okay, so for me to understand, you just do the sorting, because there could be added value if this is recorded in a database, so people would actually know what books are on stock, which is not implemented here, right? Once you scan it,
yes, but
you can have a table.
When we talk about this with the people from the KOLO, they won't do it right now because the problem is they
don't
have
want to know what they have.
too much books.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
This was not a candy shop. We have 2 more teams pitching tonight before you can take a break. And next in line and solving challenge number 3 is Putzwall, that validates placement of container stands to increase success rate of requests. So Martin from Putzwall.
Hello everyone, my name is Martin and I would like to talk to you about our solution for a problem with container stands positioning. So the current situation is that the modern cities are renovating to this kind of enclosed containers. They are both more aesthetically pleasing, protected against the rain, and secured. We know that in Bratislava there are currently more than 2,000 of these containers which are ready to be renovated. And the citizens can simply submit a request. they have to find a suitable place, prepare the necessary paperwork, and then pray for and wait for about a year until they receive an approval. But the problem is, if you do not get the approval, you have to go to the first step, which essentially means you wasted a year of precious time. So this is the problem, and we identified that the most problem is finding the suitable place. And only 34% of the requests are actually approved. And this is because of the requirements that the city states. So, for example, there has to be no container stands 6 meters from the window. They cannot cross the infrastructure of the city, and there has to be a paved crossroad at least 10 meters from there. So, with our team for past 2 days, we simply sat down, opened the regulations and dataset, and we put them on the map. And what we created is a map that highlights only feasible spots for placement, focusing on meeting the regulations and adding green areas as placement spots. So the solution is an application for citizens that validates placement of the container stands. So let's look at the demo. So at first, you have to fill in your necessary information. Secondly, you pick from the predefined standards of the containers, which are automatically rendered on the map in a real scale size. The green area that you can see is showing the area that is in a suitable position for the container. And if you do not place the container inside the area, you are notified by the application. This is easily exportable to the PDF and easily sent to Bratislava city. Our application and solution unifies structure of a request, speeds up innovative process, and saves time to municipality workers. But what is most important is that it can increase the access and success rate up to 80%. We plan to integrate the solution as a module to Bratislavské konto. We would take advantage of verifying competence of a submitter, pre-filling user data, and keeping the request digitized and inside of the system. And this solution is also reusable regarding the other use cases as tree placements and water retention measures. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, guys, you said it will integrate integrates different data sets, including these utilities and so on. But the picture which you had was completely green. Do you have some? Did you really integrate them, or?
Okay, so we have integrated a city plan, which means only where the container stand can stand. It's integrated.
And the engineer network, which you mentioned there a couple of times.
Then the water or sewage, it's also extracted from the polygons, and also only the places that the city owns are shown. We are missing the things like 6 meters from the windows or trees, because we didn't have time, and for the proof of concept we wanted to show that there are actually at least some places that the containers be placed on.
Wouldn't that mean that the city gets flooded with these requests because everybody wants to have a container somewhere close?
Could you repeat, please?
Wouldn't that mean that the city gets flooded with those requests?
Oh, yeah, I understand. Yeah, so basically the requests are requested by the housing building administrator, who is responsible for this kind of stuff, and he submits it to the municipality. And after consulting with our mentors, they said that it's around 100 and 150. So it's quite a lot, we think.
So what has to happen for this to be implemented in the next few weeks?
Yeah, firstly, I don't think that something like this, if it should truly help, is implementable in, for example, 1 or 2 weeks. So there has to be many considerations regarding the data sets that are provided, if are like 100% valid. And we have to think more about what data to show and parameterize the whole system to be usable for the future. So yeah, basically this. And also the implementation to the Bratislavské konto website.
So what's the estimated duration, cost, or?
Well, I believe that it could be, for example, 1 or 2 months.
Have you also included the distance to the road, or because I think that's one of the biggest limitations, and I haven't seen it.
Yes, we have the data sets, but unfortunately we did not have enough time to implement this feature for the MVP or proof of concept. Yeah.
How many requests per year are there in Bratislava for containers?
150, and only 34% of them are actually approved. Most of the problems are with the positioning of the container stands. Okay.
Did you validate it with the owners who are actually?
Thank you very much. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Putzwall, not Packwall. We haven't quite learned what Putzwall stands for, but maybe during the break you can ask them. And the very last team that you will hear and see pitching is a high school team, so the second high school team for tonight. So who is the team? Automated system of communication between KOLO and NGO, represented by Katarina, who?
All right, in KOLO, there's not just a few books in one bookshelf. There's a full stock of about 30,000 books and many other items, which means that KOLO needs NGOs that can take large quantities of items at one time. However, when an NGO comes to KOLO's website, the only thing they can find there is a phone number. So they will call to KOLO. But to make use of all of the items that are in the stock, many NGOs would need to call to KOLO, which means that many employees would need to answer the calls, and that's expensive. So we need to automatize the whole process. It means that NGO will create an account. Oh, we suggest that there would be added a section for organizations, thanks to which they can create an account by the email we can send them. Then they will choose the categories they're interested in, select the number they're looking for, specify some details in the command section, choose the time and date they want to take the order, and specify the place. What is special on this is that it is in accordance with the KOLO's requests and the fact that they want a warehouseman to approve both the items, quantity, and date and time. Another thing that admin can do is that he can see the status of all of the orders. He can update the quantities of items in stock. He can contact NGOs in large quantities according to the preferences they chose. And he can also, for example, generate donation contract because NGOs put their information during the registration. What we plan to do is that NGOs will be able to use their Bratislavské konto to get access to all of the KOLO's pros. We also plan to implement our prototype that you saw in the video to the actual new KOLO website, which is quite easy. To sum it up, NGOs will get personalized content immediately after they open the KOLO website. They can be, for example, reminded about the items that are in surplus and maybe in the area of interest, and they have immediate access to anything they need. KOLO has optimized stock because they don't need to have any calls. They are reusing more items, which is their goal. And finally, they created a community of satisfied NGOs, which means that also Bratislava benefits from it a lot. What we also made is that we checked how other reuse centers work, and we called NGOs to check the preferences. That's our solution, and I would like to thank you for the opportunity to present it.
Have you integrated your solution with the inventory management of KOLO, or is it somehow independent?
Inventory management of KOLO is in Anisoft's Envita, which is quite an old system. However, all of the data can be exported in Excel, and after that, they can be easily implemented to our prototype.
So could you tell us a little bit more about the implementation? Because it seems like you cannot really do it like in practice, since you would have to like download it and upload it. So how would you see this being implemented in KOLO?
KOLO does not really want to change anything of how their stock works, let's say from the hardware side, which means that they like the way how they organize the systems. And they like the way that they need a worker to make the data from their softwares to our app.
Yeah, but given the things...
Can I just add? Yeah, we talked with them, and they said that currently they have about 46 different categories, and they said that for them it is easier to couple times a week just to put them there manually, but it can be changed quite easily.
My understanding was that the things which they are bringing and that on a input and are changing fairly quickly. So people are bringing something in the morning and it's gone in the evening. This weekly update is probably
Yes,
too long.
that's exactly why KOLO wanted a warehouse man to check all of the requests by the NGOs. That's the way we communicated this exact topic with them, and this is the way how it's used to them.
So how do they do it right now? They write down those requests on like sticky notes, or what do they do?
What do they do to use it right now?
Yeah.
Basically, we can link the prototype to their webpage with this design and finish the admin dashboard, which is not done yet. Or they can give us, let's say, 35 man days, and we would do it with the technologies they use currently in their website. But all the functionalities are working.
What that would change about the process implemented in KOLO at the moment is essentially that instead of calling and asking and making that appointment, I can do that same thing via the web page.
Except for that, they can, for example, get the personalized content immediately after they access the website. They can have generated the contract of donation immediately. They can have reminders about, let's say, we have surplus of that and that books, and you may be interested in it, so come and take it.
Okay.
And it's all really simple.
And when you say personalized content, what does that mean?
The NGO select categories of products that KOLO created, and they choose these that they are interested in.
Thank you. Thank you. This was Katka and her team. Who? All right, and I would like to ask all of you to give the 10 teams pitching and all of the teams participating in Climathon a big round of applause. You should be proud of yourselves. Amazing, amazing. It's the lack of sleep. We're proud of you. You should be proud of yourselves. So now even the 10 teams that were pitching can now relax. And two things will happen now. The jury will now stand up and go to the deliberation room under the continuous applause from the participants. So the jury, thank you very much, and you can leave for the deliberation room. Thank you very much. And the rest of us, the rest of you, can have a break of about 20 minutes. So please refresh yourself, drinks and snacks, and we'll be back on stage for the award ceremony in 20 minutes. Thank you.
jingle. Can I have a jingle or something? Like a music? Here we are at last, the moment you all have been waiting for. My name is Eva Šimeková. I'm the associate partner in Civita. I met all of you this Friday, and I'm happy to see all of you on Sunday. And now we are going to announce the winners. Well, not now, in a few moments, because we like the waiting. So first of all, delivering a successful hackathon is not possible without our partners. Our dear partners, City of Bratislava, the one why we all are here for. Round of applause for the City of Bratislava. Who wants to be, or that wants to be innovative, and that is inviting all of you innovators, idea holders, project makers, and maybe startuppers to help solve the challenges and problems Bratislava is facing. And last but not least, the organizers, Civita. And I have one thing to do that we didn't do before, and I would like to call on stage the heart and the soul of Climathon, the important part of Civita, Anička. Anička, please come on the stage. So we discussed your son, Johannesko, that in a few years, in 14 years, he will be here hacking. For him, I think even sooner. Tell us how he's doing.
He's really well. So he's currently with my husband, whom I'm very grateful to, because he's taking care of him so that I can be here with you today. And Johannes is doing great. He also visited us. So when you saw a small baby, I think the youngest one, the youngest baby on the hackathon, that was him.
So will we see him?
Tonight?
Or next year, or in 14 years on Climathon?
I would say next year, certainly. In 5 years, yes. In 10 years, he might be one of the youngest volunteers on this Climathon, right?
Anička, thank you very much. And thank you for your dedication and for your heart and your soul that you're pouring last months, weeks, hours, nights, and days, and mornings for Climathon. Thank you very much.
Thank you, okay.
Do you mind putting the microphone there? Thank you. See, I have this and this. That's too many. Oh. No, it's me, still me. Okay. Main partners, Swiss Re and IBL. Without you, we would not be able to do it. Thank you so much, again, from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you. And we have other partners that I cannot forget to mention. EIT Urban Mobility Slovakia, the Slovenská sporiteľňa Foundation, the spot, the place that you've been practically living in for the past 48 hours. How did you like it? And Takeda and Tipsport Foundation, thank you so much. We also have media partners, main media partners, Start It Up, we have Interes, Nextech, and Zajtra.sk. Thank you so much. And you can keep clapping because we have product partners and community partners, and you are not thirsty and hungry, and we're very happy for that. Thank you. And now to the team. I would like to thank all the mentors who are in yellow t-shirts and who spend their weekend here. They could have watched Netflix. I don't know. But they were here with you, taking care of you. Could you please stand up, mentors, and let's give them a round of applause, please. Thank you so much. Woo! And last but not least, who spent hours and hours with you was the organizing team, Civita team and our dear volunteers. So can I please have Veslo? Are you eating now? Okay, there's Veslo. Please raise your hand. Oliver, hi. Please look at him, hi. Andrei, where's Andrei? Where's Andrei? Andrei, hi. Excellent. Zuzka, Adam, Lenka, Petyo, thank you very much to everyone. And of course, our volunteers. And I will name them, each and every one of them, because they've been so helpful. Janka, Ninka, Sonia, Petyo, Dominik, Martin, you've been such a great support. Oh, there you are. Thank you. And since I'm enjoying my time here, I also want to thank 3 lovely ladies from the city of Bratislava who have relentlessly helped us from February and made sure that Bratislava loves a Climathon. Mary, Zuzka, Dominika. Ladies, raise your hands. Woo! Thank you so much. And now to the more serious topic. The most liked picture. So, this is the one. And I think you remember, and for those of you who don't remember, what was the thing? To take a picture and show the name of the team, right? So I guess this team is called Insomnia. I think it's Think. Where's the team? Where's the team and where is this lovely lady? I want her here. Come on, come here. What about the applause? Come on. Did you see how many hearts and all sorts of emojis the picture got? Check it on Slack. This is your microphone.
Thank you.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Timea, and I'm from Team Pink, as you can see.
And what was the inspiration for this picture? Are you actually there?
Yeah, yesterday was like the Fight Night Challenge, is like the box and MMA fight. And we were there because we bought a ticket like 2 weeks ago, so we must go there. And exactly, we were doing a project also here, so I think we are in the wrong place.
We can see it from your kukuch. So, congratulations. You will receive some reward, I hope. We'll think of something because it's amazing. Thank you so much, and take a seat. And can I have the mic back?
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, and now the serious stuff that I mentioned. What is next? If you cannot wait to hack again, you can join us, meaning Civita team, in Banska Bystrica, Friday, November 15th, so you have plenty of nights to sleep in and get ready. You will be, you can win awards, €2,000, which is, I think, very cool, and the topic will be improving innovations in healthcare. So I will definitely want to see some of you. Anyone from Banska Bystrica? No? No one? Okay. Anyways, we will be very happy to see you there. And last technical comment from me. I believe that some of you would want to have a startup, right? How many of you want to work in a startup or have a startup or found a startup? And I want all hands raised. Thank you. Well, more? You? Okay, thank you. All right. So please take out your phone, scan this QR code, and you can start Challenger Kit, which is a digital startup coach. Okay, hold on. Okay, here. Can I stand here? Okay. And it's your digital mentor that will help you with starting a startup step by step. It will tell you, he or she will tell you what mistakes not to do, what to think of, what should be your priorities. And if you go through the whole process, because there's a process, you can win a voucher and buy a ticket, airplane ticket, anywhere you want. Right, Zuzka? Where is Zuzka, my colleague? Is Zuzka here? Zuzka is not here. Anyways, she will be probably drawing the winner. Do I have any other technical stuff? No, I don't. No, I don't. Let's do the award ceremony. Finally is the moment that you have all been waiting for. Can I please have a jingle? All right. And now I would like on the stage none other than Miško Weiss, CEO of, I'm gonna pronounce it. You remember Friday, you remember IBL.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
thank you for remembering.
Miško, we have something to announce, right? Or you have something to announce. We are going to announce a young hacker.
Yeah.
A new award that is that has been decided to join Climathon Awards only this year. So come and tell us about it.
Okay, when I was here last year, I was in jury, and what I was amazed, and I talk about it also later, has been like high schoolers who has been here, the young hackers who are doing things which, you know, at the age, I would be love having such events. I was IT geek, but having something, such great atmosphere, meeting such great people as they are here right now in the room, it's something amazing. So we are happy to be here for you to be here. The thing is, we talk about Bratislava, green challenges and so on, sustainability, but we also need to talk about sustainability in hacking. So we need to educate the young hackers, and we would like to give you some reward. So, as the result,
ta-da!
So as the result, we announce a new thing for a best high school team. There will be an award of 2,000 euros, which we are about to announce now.
Exactly.
So guys, we had three and a half high schoolers, and I'm proud to announce that the best high school team is InoCrew. Please come to the stage.
Taštičky dostanete. Áno, môžeš dať, nech sa páči. Drž, výborne, tak. Taštičke by bolo vidno logo. Takto. Aj no, to je na tie peniaze, presne tak. Tebe, páči sa. Tak, fotečka. Úsmevy. Hold your mic. Yes, you're a team lead. Of course, a woman is a team lead, obviously. So, which school are you from?
Lyceum St. Louis.
Wonderful. Yeah. And why did you decide to come to Climathon?
Thanks to our wonderful teachers, who are, by the way, here, and Milena and Misho and Shimon, big thank you for, and Eliška, thank you for your support, and thanks for being our teachers.
Okay, sure. What I forgot to say is that you will also receive the T-shirts. Miško, can you please show everyone Yes.
You'll also get this.
Yes. Oh, sorry, Mike. Here you go. Yes.
Sorry, guys. You will also get bags also from us, and you will get also the T-shirts. But we don't know the sizes, so Michal, if you can stand up, please. After the ceremony,
beep, beep.
See that guy, all the winners, and you will get these. Okay.
Thank you so much. All right. Now. Another person who I would like to invite on the stage is Martin Vavrek, Deputy City Manager. Yes. Careful. Oh. Okay, let's stay in the safe space and safe zone. So you're going to announce an award, and I have a question for you. So what do you think about this year's solutions? Will they help our city that we're all so proud of?
Oh, definitely. It's been an amazing event. Especially the decision making was really hard. This is my first time being a jury in jury and filling the space after legendary Petra Zurovčinova, who is not here today. But I think the quality of the solutions and the way how we are looking at the problem and sustainability and resiliency of the city is increasing. And I would like to thank to everybody who participated in this event, and the results are incredible, let's say.
And we're very proud that Bratislava is such an innovative city.
Oh yeah, and I'm glad that this event is becoming a tradition. It's fifth time, if I remember correctly. Exactly. This is my fourth time participating, and I hope we are having, let's say, many more years ahead of us.
Yes, we are, and let's announce the winner of the third place, who is going to be awarded with the prize of €2,000.
So the winner of the third place is the Green Weather.
Watch the lamp. It's a very expensive lamp. All right. Are we good with the picture? Martin, can you please return to your place? Thank you. All right. So who's the team leader? You are the team. You're Mike. So tell us, why Climathon?
Well, I don't know, because this guy told me to come.
Okay, does somebody have another answer?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I asked him to come. He's my colleague and very good colleague. All of these guys are great guys. Thank you very much. And we are so grateful to be here. And it's our first year, so it's an honor. And thank you very much for the consideration. And we came because we live here, all of us, and we like this city, so we want to help.
The best answer ever. Thank you so much. All right, so let's move to another slide and to another person, and I have déjà vu. Misho Weiss, please come to the stage again. Yes. So, my question to you is, what is your favorite moment from this year's Climathon? I know I keep asking you, but you always say something else. So.
Well, I enjoyed the jury match, but nevertheless, for me, the best thing which I see is the passion. People, when they are a bit tired, but they found a solution. They say, "Yeah, that's kind of energy which I love."
Mm-hmm. And so, how was the jury decision-making process.
You mean like in Rome, the white smoke, the gray smoke, something like that, yeah. Imagine like this process.
Was Martin setting up the fire?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And we had some little team building as well, so it was kind of fun.
All right, so without further ado, let's announce the winner of the second place and the award, €3,000.
Okay, thank you guys. So, the second place of the Climathon 2024 this year is Putzwall. Hey, congratulations!
Watch the lamp, guys.
Jasné, áno,
All right, so who's the speaker? Thank you, Miško. Who's the speaker? The mic? The Martin? All right.
Yeah. I'm
So
really
you know
sorry.
the question.
I almost lost the prize.
You prize of
I
the
smashed
lamp.
my head into the, but not like really hard. But
Please don't.
Yeah.
All right, so you know the question.
What
Why?
did I like the most,
The
or
why.
why I came?
No, that was Miško's question. Your
Yeah.
question is the why.
Yeah. So for me personally, I really liked my group of people. I think we found our way to communicate and work together. And this is for me personally the joy that I get from the cooperation that we were managed to pull off on this hackathon. And I don't know if you guys want to tell anything else, but also we love Bratislava. Right? yeah, we do.
Applause. Thank you so much. Somebody was singing? Did I hear? No, okay. All right, so let's, I don't know, I want to have a break. No? Yes? Can I have a break? No? Okay. So let's move to the first prize and first person or the last person on the stage, in fact, from Partners, Uwe Nagel, IT Side Lead, Swiss Re. You got it, thank you.
Stay on this side of the lamp and don't fall off stage.
If we're in between two lamps, I think this one is like 1,700, so let's move a little bit to the right. Uwe, this is your 5th year. You have been with us from the very beginning. Tell us, Climathon 2022. Misha, is it 2022, the first one?
2020.
2020, yes, and 2024. Comparing, what do you see?
I mean, I need to mention, in the very start, it was actually mostly Lukas Choker, that many of you know here, driving the whole thing, organizing everything, and then he told me just, Uwe, you need to be there on the weekend on stage and say stuff. And I was, okay, that's kind of my job anyway, so that makes sense. In the beginning, we were a bit scared. Will people show up? Will it work? Will we get something from the city? Will we find sponsors? And will all the organization work out? It worked out good enough, I would say. And something I have observed from a technical point of view, the solutions that we see get better and better. That's because you guys are using more and more ready-made components, which is smart. Cheating is smart. And what I also see is there's a professionalization in the organization itself, but also in the attention we get from the city. Because in the beginning, yes, the city was there, and we had Petra and everything. Last year we had the mayor. We had also what was...
Vice Mayor?
Jakob Möwer.
Yes, Vice Mayor.
Vice Mayor.
Yes.
This year the mayor also wanted to come, so this is becoming a staple point in his calendar, and it shows just how much value the city puts into this. And for me, it's a fixed thing in my calendar, of course. I'm looking more and more forward to see that, because the solutions that we see are getting better and better. We are also learning about better challenges. We are thinking more about things. So I think it's just a steady improvement. The one thing that has not been addressed yet, even though I pointed it out several times, is smoking breaks for the jury, but that's a thing we will talk about offline.
You mean here?
For the jury members.
Okay, for you.
Mostly, the others are not smoking.
Okay, sure. Next year. Anička, can you please note it down? Okay.
I'll take you to that.
All right, so let's get down to the business and let's announce the winner of Climathon 2024.
That's my favorite part.
Your favorite part. Can we have a jingle, please?
So, the winning solution of the 2024 Climathon Bratislava is not a candy shop.
So I will take a mic before I mention very subtle comment. Where are your t-shirts? Okay, you're like, this is burgundy, okay, good enough.
No, this is candy. This is the team color, the candy color.
Yes, yes. All right, so who's the team leader? Who will hold the mic?
Speaker.
Okay, I can.
So the why. The why.
Okay, so our why is that we all study at next year and we are really good friends, but we don't have enough time to spend together. So, so we saw this challenge and we were like, this is a great opportunity to spend time together and to solve some problem and make Bratislava a better place to live. So that's why.
Thank you so much. That was the wonderful why from the winners. Congratulations. What a ride! What a weekend! Moments, friendships, networking, maybe new startups being established. But the main stars of tonight are the teams. You who were here, who spent the time here, hours hacking, thinking, ideating and whatnot. Thank you so much. And last, biggest round of applause for you.